Hey everybody, Dragunity Watts here. So I thought I'd make an explanation video on the Dragunity loop. It's my all-time favorite deck. I know it like the back of my hand. Been playing it since it came out, and there's so many cool loops you can do with the deck. I'm just gonna show you like the major ones, the major one with a little bit of variation in it between opening Garuda, opening Miss Latane. You know, it's just a little bit different, but it's all good. It's all the same. So if you open either one of these and this, all right, hold on. Let me back up. Okay, so you need to open one of these two cards and something like this, some way of getting Phalanx in the graveyard and having a Ducks in your hand. Whether you draw it, you card a constant this, you draw into this, you Dragon Ravine ditch this, or you ditch something else to ditch it. You know, there's different ways to go about it. Card D pass, you know. I even like went second one game and I card D, and then I had 7 in my hand and I ditched the Phalanx because I didn't have any other way to ditch it by having too many cards in my hand. And then I had like this and these two, and then 2 Night Beams, and then I just like Night Beam went off. So anyways, let's ditch this. Let's say we open either one of these and this and this. So we'll ditch this, search for this. So I'll show you the difference between using these two. So if you have either one of these two, for anyone who doesn't know what these do, this one sends a Dragunity monster to the graveyard to special summon itself, and then it equips a Dragunity tuner type dragon from your graveyard. This one's banish a wind monster from your graveyard, special summon it to your side of the field. And then it's like during your opponent's end phase, you can change the battle positions of one of their face-up monsters, but that's irrelevant. I've used that like maybe once in a tournament or twice. So yeah, actually I used it twice because there was one time I left it on board when when I was playing against Evil Swarm, so if they had to attack my they had to deal with my other stuff and they could change Ophion. Anyways, if you go this route, you don't use a Vajrayana in the beginning of the loop. It saves you one for later in case they out your field. If you use this one, it uses a Vajrayana, but it's the same output. So either one of these is 2 level 8s and red MD at full strength. Both of them is M7, 2 level 8s, and red MD at full strength. So ideally you want to open both, or you know, 2 of each one. It doesn't matter. It's the same output. So let's just get started. So first off, we'll start with this one. I'll just show you the difference. You summon the Ducks. The Ducks equips the Phalanx. The Phalanx special summons himself. So if you open this guy, this is where you want to do this. You pitch this to the graveyard to special summon this. I'll tell you right now, if you make Vajrayana with the Ducks in this, you can't do the loop to the full extent. It's really fucked, but it does matter that you don't make Vajrayana with these two, because you need the Guide Dirk for the extra dump. So then you special summon or equip the Phalanx to him. Then you special summon this guy up, synchro these two for Gaiderg, boom, and then you're set up to do a dump and go off. So let's go back a little bit. We're back to this point. So now we have the Garuda in our hand. We synchro for 6. We have to make Vajrayana on this one. The Vajrayana will equip the Phalanx. You special summon the Phalanx. You banish the Ducks to special this. And then you synchro for the Gaiderg. So same output. We end with 2 level 6 dragons. Just this time it's a Vajrayana and a Gaiderg. So I'm just going to continue the loop from here, and then we'll introduce this thing later to show you where you can expand the loop into the bigger one. So first thing you do, Gaiderg's effect all day. Add or dump Mist Valley Baby Rock or Zephyros. Personally, kind of cool if they run Flying Sea, you dump this first. When you summon this and they dump a Flying Sea on you, you dump this, you can actually, if you run Librarian, make Librarian and then able to still make a level 8 with a full attack red MD and draw 2 cards off of the Librarian. So that's kind of cool. But, you know, I don't run Librarian because no one really sides Flying Sea for this. But it'd be cool, you know, if it was a really relevant thing. So, but I like to dump the Zephy first just because the Zephy makes plays live later. Like, if, say, they stop me somehow, like if they Veiler my Tum, if I dump the Zephy, if I summon a Ducks and they Veiler it too later, because they know that I've gone through my Tum loop and I've gone through a couple of my big things in my loop, then I can always bounce like the Dragon Ravine or something else, a face up to bring this out and make my 0 fine, or just, you know, open up some more plays. So I'm going to dump the Zephy first. Next, yeah, so yeah, Guy Durg, add a level 4 lower dragon or winged beast. So yeah, Zephy, add it, discard it. And then we overlay for a Tum. And this is pretty key right here. Another key point in the loop. Have to detach the Guy Durg. Can't detach that. You need this dump again. For Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, we all know what he does. Special summons the Guy Durg. Now we activate Guy Durg's effect. We dump a Baby Rock. So another reason why, so the Baby Rock special summons itself to the field because when it's discarded to the graveyard, special summons, but it can't be discarded for cost. And Guy Durg doesn't discard for cost. He discards as part of the effect. He adds and he dumps as one effect. So it works. One of the things I like running the Baby Rock, people say, always, why do you run that? If you draw one of these in your loop, you can add a Garudna and then ditch them. It serves the same function as ditching these, but it also adds a Garudna to let you extend your loop. The only one you don't want to draw is the Red MD, because then you have to, I usually special summon a Phalanx from my deck and then banish it. It's better to, when we had Tempest, because we could special summon the Tempest and then banish it for Red MD if we hit it in our hand to search for Mistletoe. So just keeping in mind, if you draw one of these two and you go for your loop, you're still good because you can add a Garudna and then ditch them. So anyways, this is where we make our first level 8. Now I'm going to make Stardust. I always make Stardust just because, you know, depends on what you have. But generally you just don't want to get Dark Hold after you do all this work. So next you activate Zephyros's effect. You return this to your hand and you take 400 points of damage. Next I'm going to banish my Atum. Goes over there, the Phalanx, to special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, full attack. So now you use Red Eyes Metal Darkness to bring back this. Synchro with the Zephyros for a 6. You get Vadriana. Vadriana equips one and special summons up. So now, right here, like, you know, another Stardust Dragon, right? There's my 2 level 8s, my Red MD. So now, let's go back a step and show you a little something. Now, I have this in hand, or I have Garuda in hand. If I have Garuda, I just banish like the Baby Rock from the graveyard to special summon it. Or I had this, I send the Phalanx to the graveyard to special summon this, activate this as effect to equip this, and then special summon it up. Overlay these two for M7. You detach for M7, then you target, because it detaches first, then you target a monster to add back to your hand from your graveyard. I'll add this back to my hand. Now, if you had the Garudna, and you did that, you have to add the Garudna back, and then you special it, and it wastes all your Vadrianas in one go. That's why I like opening this a little more. That's why I win 3. So you send that to the graveyard, special summon it, equip it again, special summon it up, boom, and boom. And there you have it. Huge field. So yeah, if you have any floodgates, and that saves you with 1 Vadriana for oh shit purposes in your extra deck. So yeah, this is a strong field. Essentially what this is out my field, or I'm gonna kill you, like plain and simple. Like, even if you're playing against Necros, you have the ability to dump your entire hand on your field. With any monster you open, you can put it on the field in some form or another in your loop to continue it. Or if you have any spells and traps, you just set them. So now my opponent's in a situation where it's like they can't trish me. They have to Brio me, which is still awful. But then they bounce these two. They better have Dark Hole, or they bounce these two. I still have this. I still have my Ravine to make plays. So, you know, I have a lot of options. And then, you know, a lot of the times, like playing against Shadalls, what do you do from here? They set a monster, and then I go, sweet, Red MD's effect. Bring back Guy Durg here, and it's just like, okay, buddy, like this is a lot of damage here. So they pass. You just bring back your Guy Durg, and you can add dump a Phalanx. And you know, I always add dump the Phalanx just to kind of deck thin a bit. So yeah, this is just really strong field. You know, you need 400 life points to do it, and it's like I showed you, it was only a couple of cards. There's a Queen Dragon Djinn way, and personally I like this a little bit better because you run the Baby Rock you run the baby rock, and he's good to draw if you're going to loop off. He's bad to draw if you don't have anything. But my old builds, I used to run Icarus attack in case I got Valor. I might try that again. But anyways, that's the loop. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to ask me anything or ask me how other loops work with Dragunities. I know pretty much anything. If you used to do Knight of Atlanteal FDK on Dueling Network when it was legal for OCG, and oh boy, that one was fun. I missed that one. That was halving your opponent's life points twice and making Gustav max when Red MD was at 3, but it required Brio in the loop, so oh well. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for tons of more videos. Peace out.